Alright, how are you gonna do this?
Is that already recording?
It's already recording.
Oh, okay. So we're good, y'all? Welcome to our first YouTube video for our YouTube channel that is unnamed, but we'll figure that out later. So I'm Jalen, this is Jose, and we're two students at VCU. We just want to review songs, review albums, you know, shit that we like to do. So
yeah,
shit that we like to listen to. Today we got two albums that we want to talk about. First one being No Stylist by Destroyed Lonely. Destroyed Lonely, up-and-coming rapper from, I think he's based from Atlanta, Georgia. He's under the Opium label with Playboi Carti and Ken Carson, if you know who that is. He also recently dropped a project. Maybe we'll talk about that in the future. I feel like, I think this dropped not so long ago, like a week or two ago. It's got 19 songs on it. Album's called No Stylist. And off the bat, I would say like the production on this album is very good, especially if we're comparing both of the Opium artists. I feel like Destroyed Lonely's project was a bit more put together in terms of production. I feel like that's kind of evident with the producers that he used too. So this is a highly anticipated mixtape following I guess Heartbroken Squared that dropped back in 2020. I actually haven't listened to that album or that mixtape, but if you guys want us to listen to that, let us know. Heartbroken Squared dropped back in 2020, and this has been like a year or two in the making.
Okay.
It was originally supposed to drop back in 2021, but it just got delayed because he was trying to, you know, I guess break off from the norm, I guess.
Yeah.
And
so wait, this is a mixtape.
Yeah, it's a mixtape.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
For 19 songs, it's kind of a big mixtape, but I feel like the first half of it was very consistent in terms of production. Like I think Jet Lagged is one of the higher quality songs on there. Bergdorf and like Heart My Gang, those are okay songs.
Yeah, I actually like Heart My Gang like a bit more than Bergdorf. I feel like it kind of fell off like a little bit, but like it's a really strong start with the Jet Lagged, and I just feel like Bergdorf, that's like kind of like the first example of a song kind of just extending its stay. Like it's kind of like just like the hook and refrain again, like that type of beat. But like the beats usually are pretty good, I would say. Like songs like Pressure and Soarin'.
Definite standout is No Stylist. I think that's probably the best produced song on there. I just like how
it's really strong single.
Yeah.
It's just like you kind of get the whole, just like the best of the album, like, you know, like what the sound they're trying to like reach.
Yeah, it's very like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like it sounds like it could be in like a techno type of game, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it sounds like it can be like an 8-bit, 16-bit type.
I really appreciate like the 8-bit like type of like sounds or something like that, the retro kind of esque sounds that they try to put out throughout the album. That's like it's pretty fun, I'd say, but it is 19 songs.
Yeah, it is 19.
So like you were saying, I don't know if you said it yet, but you're saying like the second half of the album,
it kind of fell off a little bit.
Mixtape,
yeah. I feel like probably after like I would say probably like Lonely or Turn It Up, that's when it kind of just falls off a little bit. I think the biggest standout you said was probably Veteran on the second part with Ken Carson. I thought that was a pretty decent song.
It's not, and I feel like I've heard more Ken Carson songs where he's like been featured in a song, and that it just goes a lot harder. I was just expecting a bit more for like the finale of the song. I mean, finale of that mixtape.
Yeah.
It's just like kind of a little let down, but yeah.
You're right. I think Ken Carson could have done better. I think just recently what he's been doing too with the other project.
I mean, these are the two guys that are on Opium, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it should be like a bang. This should have been like a big single, honestly. But,
yeah. I agree, but I think No Stylist was like...
No Stylist is good.
I think
no question.
I think that was like the only single on it. I like the VTMNT's code. I don't even know how to pronounce that.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the acronym for that is,
Yeah.
but I like that song. It's like dun, dun, dun. I don't know. I like songs like that. It kind of reminds me of like Ski by Young Thug. It's like dun dun dun. dun.
I can hear like the
Yeah. Just like I kind of like beats like that,
Mm.
where they kind of, I guess, I don't know if it's horns
They
or
just-
not, but they use like a certain type of horn, and it's catchy when you hear the beat, and when you have like an artist that can really like go in on the beat, like Destroy Lonely can on that track, or like, you know, with Young Thug with like Ski and Gunna, you know, they know how to make hits.
For real.
I feel like Destroy Lonely does have that potential. There's just some lowlights, like I think Make It Stop I didn't really like. Like you said, I think it kind of overstayed its welcome.
Yeah. Some songs I could just like some songs just like a turn off your brain kind of moment.
Yeah.
Like I would say, you can say that about, it's kind of subjective as fuck. Like I feel like to this kind of Playboy Cardi influence of like genre.
Yeah.
I don't know. People call it mumble rap or whatever, but I feel like it's just a lot less mumble rap, and like he actually like has flows and everything like that, and that's really nice.
Yeah, a lot of these Cardi-ass guys that you see now like coming up, like, you know, Yeet.
I actually like barely ever listen to Yeet.
And he blew up again with like Rich Minion or whatever because of the Minions movie. Which
Oh,
thought
he
was-
did? Oh yeah. That was a meme that was circulating for sure.
Yeah, but in terms of this project here, I do think it's a good stepping stone for what he can do. I mean, he could show what he can do. It's obvious that he can make a hit.
Yeah.
He has a lot of potential, and there are a lot of songs on here, a handful of songs on here that I have on repeat. So I would say like for this being like, I guess, a stepping stone for Destroy Lonely, especially being under Opium, I feel like this is a great stepping stone. I give it about like I think I give it like a light 7, decent,
Light 7.
like strong 6, light 7. Pretty positive. Just for him, you know, being gone for so long and then starting up and releasing this, I think it was a good little project.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, at shows, like I've seen clips and videos of his shows and Ken Carson's shows being like jumping off rooftops and everything. That's like nothing new, but like just like that scene alone is just really hardcore.
Yeah.
So like I don't think they're gonna take a boon because of this album or anything like that. I think the shows are still gonna be really nice, and like when there's no Stylist, I'll go crazy when like if I see it live. That's like a really like it just already grabs you in. Like that's a strong single. I wish the second half of the album or mixtape was a lot more like that. But yeah, really strong first half. If it was just that album, like that half alone, I would give it like a strong 7. Strong 7, honestly.
Above average project.
Yeah.
I think it's like, you know, like I said, a strong 6, maybe a light 7.
Yeah. I mean, for the full mixtape, I'll give it a strong 5.
Strong 5.
Yeah, strong 5. I'd say like it's still worth the listen, at least the first half of the thing, and it's pretty subjective if you're even into like the genre like this. But honestly, he makes the most of what he can out of the first half.
Yeah.
Just wish the whole album was like that.
Yeah, first like actual like project that I've listened to by Destroy Lonely, and I think this is like a great start, and especially for new listeners.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to go back and, you know, take a look at his older projects, but
Yeah, this definitely gets me interested.
Yeah,
I'll say that. I was like,
yeah.
I'm about to go look at his other shit because I know
Exactly.
like on Spotify, great algorithm by the way, of just like finding new songs and shit like that. But I can just look on click on that. I mean, this is Destroy Lonely playlist, and that'll just like bring me up to speed with everything basically with all his hits and singles, and I can just go on to albums from there. And I feel like this is a good it's pretty accessible, like the first half. I mean, if you're usually people with albums this large, that's like 50 minutes. I mean, it's 19 songs. That's what I mean by like 50 minutes.
yeah,
So when it gets to like that point,
it's hard to sit through a whole, you know, 50-minute project, like 50-minute mixtape. It kind of surprised me that they didn't get like a Cardi feature.
Yeah, no Cardi or anything.
Yeah.
I guess he's busy.
Yeah, he's probably busy with a lot of shit. I know he has a lot of stuff going on at his end, you know, Rolling Loud, and, you know.
Yeah, because you know him and shit, right?
I know him on a personal level. I'm gonna call him up right now and ask him why he didn't put a feature on.
Better for more. I'll say that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. If he cares about his craft like that, it'll definitely be a lot more progressive, more bangers, hopefully. Yeah.
Yes, sir. The next project we have
Alright, let me bring this
is
bitch up.
drum roll. Nah, it's Gemini Rights. You know, Steve Lacy.
I'm gonna probably. I'll put an edit of me turning around for no stylist since I did it for.
You didn't do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it at the beginning. You won't even know. All right, so we got Gemini rights next.
You want to introduce it because you know a bit more about Steve Lacy than I do.
Honestly, I barely know that much more. I feel like I know he's from like Compton, California.
Okay.
So he's like boy from there. I've known him since his like I guess bedroom days. Like he would just like produce a lot of his phone. I bet all you guys seen the GarageBand video where he's just like he's teaching how to produce from his phone. Listen to a lot of songs from his SoundCloud. Like a little bit before he popped up on 9/11, Mr. Lonely. And I feel like that was a great introduction to like what he can do. A great bridge, by the way. You know, he does like the most with what he has, like the bare maximum, all that shit.
For me, I had never been that big into Steve Lacy.
Yeah.
I just remember the days of like listening to Ego Death and the internet.
Yeah.
Him being in there, but I didn't really think too much of it because you got Sid, who's basically like the leader of the internet. So it's kind of
that's weird. I got introduced to the internet by like Steve because I listened to Palace/Curse.
Yeah.
And that just got me into the whole Ego Death album. And like that.
Yeah.
And Matt Martians too. Have you listened to like Matt Martians is a good like he's kind of in Steve's like Lacy's little genre.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've heard of him.
Yeah.
I've never listened to him before, but I've only listened to like just Ego Death. I'm just in general, I don't really listen to much like internet like that like I used to. Yeah, that's where I got my start with like Steve Lacy, and I never really like after that album. I know he's a good artist and everything, but I never really like cared to check out more of his work after that. I never really got the vibe from him, because the songs that I did hear, I just wasn't very interested in. Yeah, and it was just hard for me to get into them. Yeah, I went back to that 2019 album or that little I don't know if it was a mixtape. Yeah, Apollo. I thought it was okay. You seen that, Inside blew up on TikTok.
Yeah, Inside definitely was a very karaoke-esque song. I feel like everyone just learned the lyrics. Yeah. That's a really strong single. Yeah. That's probably a good way to like ease into them if you've never listened to them before. But I listened to that project. I was just kind of like, this is okay. Mm-hmm. I mean, I didn't really think much of it. I did like, I liked Inside. And once he dropped Gemini Rights, I heard a lot of great things from it. Even from my girlfriend, she's a big Steve Lacy fan, so she told me like you should listen to it. So I did, and I think the first 3 tracks, like actually the first 5 tracks was just even 5 because 5 just leads into Bad Habit. And exactly. TikToks. It's a really just good. Yeah, it's just like very minimalistic for like how long it runs. It runs at 35 minutes. Mm-hmm. That's pretty insane. He
didn't need that much time to like I guess like tell a story with like what he was like trying to do there. Static is just it's a great way to start off the album. Yeah. I like the ambience of it. Mm.
He's been building that up, that type of ambience type of thing. He's been practicing throughout his albums. I feel like this is all his strengths start to shine.
I think Static was a great way to introduce the album, and I think his voice just flows perfectly.
He has the lyrics. It's like I'm a bitch, but I'm overboard. That's it. And I'm just singing that, and I'm like, pretty straight.
For a man that has never been sexually attracted to another band before, I can confidently sing that out loud.
Yeah, he has that kind of Frank Ocean type of energy, like where he can get you singing like any type of lyric, and you just don't. It's just so melodically good, you just forget about it. Yeah, and you just don't care in general. Yeah, it's a really good melody. You're gonna sing the lyrics.
Exactly. It's not a big deal as some people make it out to be. Yeah. But Helmet is actually my favorite song on the project. I don't know. I guess you can kind of say that's like his karaoke-esque.
Yeah, it's karaoke. I would say bitches would argue for Bad Habit. I love. Yeah, I learned some of the chords of it, and it's just the whole chord progression through every song is just really nice. It is really creative.
Captify like a very catchy project. Just with the first like couple of tracks are just like it's hard to like not sing along with them.
Yeah, for sure. Like Mercury, I remember when I first listened to it, I was a little caught off guard because it's like bossa nova type of Steve Lacy, but I wouldn't even call it bossa nova, but like that type of instrumental and everything like that, and the type of vibe he tries to go for it, I say most closely resembles that. But took me a while to get into it. Not a while, but maybe like a good like 3 days between me listening it to it the first time, because that was one of the singles.
Yeah.
A lot of songs you can just really come back to, and this album just proves that like you can have like a new favorite song of like the next week if you really like the album.
Most popular song on the album, you know, Bad Habit. It's hard to miss it if you're on TikTok at all. I'm sure you've heard it a lot, especially like sped up versions of it.
Jeez, I hate when my favorite songs turn sped up, bro.
Sped up.
So I got that vibe off it. I was like, this is gonna blow up.
Yeah.
It's that, but I wonder how much. I did not think it was gonna blow up that much.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I didn't think it was gonna blow up the way it did. Like alongside Inside and Bad Habit, he has gained so many more monthly listeners, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think his tour has taken a toll on it, because, you know, there's a bunch of people who were just waiting hours to get a ticket and they didn't get it.
Yeah.
I wasn't waiting hours, but I waited like 30 minutes. I'm a little biased here. Must speak my mind. Nah.
Yeah, but, no, I mean, he should have done a better. We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
And there's like his marketing team or whatever, who's in charge of the venue.
Yeah,
he should have just done like a much better job of like kind of anticipating like how popular it was gonna be, and just the audience he was bringing. Like, especially in Richmond. I feel like Richmond is just getting on the board. Tour.
I guess you could say like mainstream artists than what we were before.
For sure.
Like Thundercat's coming down. You know, Steve is coming down.
Denzel? Or is that? No, that's Maryland. That's Maryland. Okay.
Pierre was here. I got the Pierre shout out right now. September. Omar Paulo's coming down too.
That's crazy, Omar Paulo.
Yeah, Omar Paulo's coming down.
There's a lot of people coming down here now. That's cool.
Did you know Omar Paulo? Apparently Omar Paulo and Frank Ocean are dating. I didn't know that.
They're not dating, bro.
Bro, Cody Freestyle is a very interesting song. He's a lot more expressive than I think a lot of people were expecting.
Yeah, definitely a lot more expressive. Gets to his emotions for this.
Yeah,
definitely like in Mercury. That's why I like Mercury a lot. Like, I forgot. It's like the bridge towards the end. It's like, you think I'm two-faced, but I have 24, some shit like that. That's a fire lyric. I love that shit.
Bro. I think like he was naming off and Cody Frizzy's naming off different guys.
Yeah,
like,
that's what it
names,
is.
right?
Yeah.
That whole song was just about like this guy like fucking him over basically.
Yeah.
Like the whole song.
And just Steve kind of trying to learn to cope with that, and just how he's gonna live from then on.
Yeah.
It's like how he changes his relationships with people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it captures that really nicely. Yeah, this album's pretty sour. It's just like a cool breakup album, but like at the same time he's trying to like not let go.
Yeah, it's
just like a lot of emotions going through.
If you weren't paying attention to the lyrics, I wouldn't. You could maybe understand like that it's a breakup album, but if you were just listening to it and like you're just paying attention to like the production, not necessarily like what he's saying, you probably wouldn't even realize that he's being really personal in like what he's talking about, like what he's saying in his songs.
I say Static. If you're like, it's kind of in your face in Static, like when it's like being emotional stuff like that. But like the rest of the songs, you can just like kind of like just this instrumental vibe out. Like that. Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons why Bad Habit blew up. Production and the instrumentals are so upbeat that you don't realize like what they're saying in the songs. Like, so people realize with Outkast, like, hey y'all, like
hey, it's like you people don't want to hear me, you just want to dance. Exact lyric captures it all for a lot of these songs that you can just like listen to. Actually, Give You the World, I'll say that's an exception. That's pretty sad as fuck. If you're like 3 a.m. just chilling, it's like maybe I should call her type beat. Like that's damn, bro. It's one to end on for sure. Sunshine is a really good.
Sunshine, that's actually, I would say like Helmet is definitely my number one, but I would say Sunshine is probably in my top 5.
Yeah, and they're all like fucking singles. All the ones that like you're calling out, I guess, like Helmet, Bad Habit, and Sunshine. All really good singles.
Like that. I didn't know Bad Habit was a single, but I didn't know like any other songs that were singles like that.
Must have been just nice to hear it like all in like, because I heard it from like single.
Fresh Airs, it was nice. It was nice listening to it all the way through, and like you said, it wasn't such a long project where I couldn't just sit there and listen to it like all the way through the one sitting. Like he kept me like engaged with the music. I think that's a big thing that kind of stands out from him, is like he kept me engaged throughout the whole time. Like I was able to sit there and just listen to it all in one sitting, and just really like, I guess, captivate my feelings about it. And I was able to listen to it like another like 3 or 4 times after that. So
it's nice, man. I'm really happy that this album is so accessible to like, new listeners and everything like that. It's like the album that actually did it all, and now he's just like kind of set for life. I don't know, like You got a tattoo fucking Uzi and fucking Kanye.
Yeah, that's wild. I was not
Yeah.
expecting that.
A lot of people like shouting out this album,
Yeah.
and that's for good reason as well. Really, just one for the books. Honestly, I would get like a vinyl of this. Honestly, it's one of those. Albums I get vinyl.
Absolutely, bro. Like I would probably give this like, it would be definitely like I would say a decent 9 for me. Decent, light to decent 9.
Yeah.
It's a very strong project.
I'll give it a 9 too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a fantastic album.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That concludes our first video. We plan on doing some other albums in the future, EPs, mixtapes, any album.
Red Pill. Oh yeah, the Red Pill album.
That's one of my
pretty
favorite projects.
new. Yeah.
Joey Badass too. 2000.
Of course, 2000.
2000.
To it.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That would be a good one because that's one of my favorite projects that came out this year.
Yeah.
Because I feel so strongly about Joey Badass.
I definitely have some time to like listen to it because I already been listening back to the songs I already listened to.
Hell
They're
yeah.
just really good, man.
Yeah.
It's a really good start, dude.
Yeah.
I love the start to it, so I'm just excited to finish the whole way through.
Yeah.
Just been pushing it off for some reason, but the album cover is amazing. I love the album cover. It's just really pretty, really bright. The contrast between that album, 1999, is just amazing.
Yeah, I like the callback from the cover. He's just grown so much as a person, and you know he's I think he might be married now, and you know he has a child. He's like about 26, 27. He's a bit older than what he was, a lot wiser than he was at 16 when he made 1999.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been our very first video.
You don't even know the channel name right now.
Yeah, we don't even know the channel name yet, but you know,
down
please
there.
put this shit together. If you guys have like an idea or something like that, let us know.
If it's something fire, of course we'll take it.
Yeah, if you guys have like an actual like good channel name, we'll link the albums in the description for you guys to check out if you haven't listened to it already. Yeah, with that being said, we'll see you guys soon, and hope you guys like the video.
See that. So, should we just walk away from? Just walk.
Just get up.
Yeah, just get up. Just get
Yeah,
up.
put something
And then
on.
end it like this.